This is CBY, Christian Broadcasting of Yakima, your local Christian television station, bringing to our valley quality Christian programming for more than 40 years.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for Good News in the Valley, your local Christian news magazine. Now, first we'll chat with two board members from Camp Yogananda, a Christian camping facility located just off Highway 12. Then we'll share some information about the upcoming Life Choices Fall fundraiser and the keynote speaker. Next, we'll share some upcoming family-friendly activities that the whole family can enjoy, followed by kids clubs and youth groups that are starting up again this fall in churches all around the valley. And finally, we'll close with a music video by For King and Country. Now, Camp Yogananda is a Christian camping facility nestled away in the heart of the wilderness. Joining us are Rick Bear and Sherry Johnson, who will share the camp's vision and how lives are being changed for Christ through this ministry. Let's now join Heidi with that interview.
Rick, Sherry, thank you for coming on to Good News in the Valley. Now, both of you are currently serving on the board of directors for Camp Yogananda. But before we get into that, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourselves and your family.
I am happily married, 44 years to my husband. I have two children, both grown. I have a daughter and a son, and I have a grandson and a granddaughter.
I am happily married as well, 43 years now, and we have one daughter and two grandchildren. We stay busy with them and family, and stay very involved in church, and it's a good life.
Now, Camp Yogananda was a Christian camping facility that was built back in 1923. So take us back and talk about how this vision became a reality nearly 90 years ago.
Well, when we first come across Camp Yogananda, it was clear back in 1955 when we became aware of Camp Yogananda, and we had our very first camping experience there. I believe there was right at 20 or 30, somewhere in that number of campers that attended that very first camp in the state of Washington for the Church of God of Prophecy. And the camping ministry from there moved to Miller Sylvania Park, which is over by Tumwater, Olympia area, and we were there, my goodness, approximately 50 years. But that's how the camping ministry started for us in the state of Washington, and it has gone on and just gotten stronger and stronger throughout the years. Wow. When we heard about Camp Yogananda, we'd heard that it had come up for sale, and that's when we decided that that was something we would look at. And the Lord has just blessed us, and we find that it's a beautiful facility.
Yes. Now, has the mission and the vision remained the same as when it was first opened?
Sherry?
I believe it has. I believe that it's grown. Our vision has gotten greater. And as we've been in Camp Yogananda and had our own campground, I think our vision has expanded as well on that.
We see that the camp ministry has grown to the point where we not only have just youth camps, but we have ladies retreats, men's retreats, family retreats. We have one that is just coming up this next weekend. It's a young adult retreat, and it's college level kids and young married couples. And it's a phenomenal time. It gives them a chance to, as someone said, we get to unplug because there's no telephone service, and it's really a beautiful place where you can just talk to the Lord and be with family.
Absolutely.
So,
Talk about how the Lord led you both into this ministry.
This is one of those questions that gets dear to my heart. I didn't get saved at camp. But I got called into the ministry at youth camp. I've watched hundreds of kids and men through the years, because I'm also a part of the men's retreats, give their heart to the Lord. So it's something that's tugged at my heart since I was a boy. Right. And I can honestly say, I know I've seen hundreds of children, young men, teenagers, college students come to the Lord. That ministry has reached beyond this room or any other place I've been. I've watched literally ministers come out of youth camp, right. You know, and worship leaders, Sunday school teachers. When we look at it and how it touches people, I don't know how you can walk away from it. Mm-hmm. So being a part of that ministry, again, it's something that tugs at us throughout the year. And I was very young when I first went to camp, and I think I was probably, 15 or 16 years old when I first started counseling. Well, that's, 50 years ago, if not more. So, and it tugged at my heart, and I think that's where it started. And I don't see a foreseeable end to it, to be honest with you. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually didn't go to camp as a camper, as a youth. My first experience at camp, I was a group leader. I was actually pregnant with my daughter and was that group leader. But something about being at the camp and being with the kids and ministering to them in a way that some of these kids don't have that opportunity at home.
Right.
And so that has become a part of my vision for the camping ministry is these kids that come, we have a lot of kids in our camps that come to Camp Yogananda that are from broken homes, and they don't have the opportunity to have someone show them the love of Jesus. And so through that, it has become a part. I actually work in the kitchen at camp. I help prepare the meals, and but that part, I get to be with the kids and to impart the love of Jesus in them. And having our own campground has been such a blessing that we're able to increase the ministry to these kids. So it has been a big blessing and a part of our lives.
Wonderful. Now you mentioned, Rick, something about your first meeting was in 1955, but before that the property was actually owned by the Campfire Girls.
Yes.
Can you touch on that?
Our caretaker's wife was telling me just yesterday that they get phone calls all the time from young girls throughout the valley here. And they've heard now that the camp is back up and running, because several years ago there just wasn't enough interest, so they shut it down. But there's young ladies and women now that are, older, actually grandmothers now, call, and they want to come up and see this property again, because it influenced their lives to an unbelievable degree. So it's exciting. Sometimes I'll be there and we'll see this car pull up, and it's this man and wife, and he goes, yeah, she wants to see where she used to go as a little girl. It's interesting because the property hasn't really changed. It is just as, and I don't know if it's rustic, but it's just beautiful. There's just a peace about it. Credit to the people that were involved. It must have been a very safe place for them to go, and just like what we're trying to do, a place where kids can come and feel good and be feel safe and find someone that cares about them. And that's what we know, or that's what I know about it, because just from the experience of seeing people call and want to come up, so it's kind of neat. Yeah.
And the camp is located where?
It's right off of 410, Highway 410, and the address is 3200 Old River Road. So we're just right off of 410.
We're actually just, maybe a quarter mile from Whistling Jack's Lodge. And
Okay.
I think everybody knows where that's at. So.
Yes. And the campground amenities consist of what?
The big draw for a lot of the groups is the swimming pool. We have a 79,000 gallon L-shaped swimming pool.
Okay.
And we've recently upgraded, I don't want to say remodeled, but it's the pool house has been upgraded.
Okay.
We had new showers installed and sinks, and Italian tile in there. It's beautiful. It's like a spa almost.
Oh, wow.
So we have that. We have a volleyball court.
Okay.
We have a gaga pit, which is really, really popular with the kids.
It is,
Yeah,
yes. My
yeah.
son's into that. It's Gaga ball.
Yeah, I'm like, who knew?
Yeah.
We also, we're close to Boulder Caves, so there's a lot of hiking, a lot of trails. We have a big fire pit with an amphitheater. We have a couple of fire pits with amphitheater.
Okay.
And mainly it's, the wilderness that they can tramp through. We also have an archery range. Of course, you have to
Oh,
bring your own
wonderful. Okay.
equipment. And we also have a paintball that if they bring their own equipment, we have a paintball
Okay.
course that they can
Wonderful.
do. Yeah.
Now, how many cabins are on the property, and what can families expect for entertainment?
The cabins that are on site, I believe we have like 23 cabins that our kids can stay in or families
Okay.
can stay in. The Timbers, which is the original log cabin that is on site, sleeps 20. And as far as entertainment, I think there's Sherry didn't mention, but the snow park is just maybe 500 feet, well, it's longer than that, about 1,000 feet from our driveway, and of course Boulder's Caves. But the trails are endless. And during the winter, we try to build a inner tube run. And
fun.
so that they could come up and use that as well. So, but the facilities for sleeping, we have I can't remember how many off the top of my head that are insulated.
We have 6 insulated,
Yeah,
fully insulated.
So
Okay.
during the winter,
Yeah.
we get heat and everything, so it's really, really comfortable.
Wonderful.
So yeah, it's really nice.
Now, are the rooms fully equipped, like the dining room having plates and cookware, things like that?
Yes, the dining room is set up. We can easily seat about 120 in the dining hall.
Okay.
We have the choice of either round tables or rectangles. We are fully equipped. We have an ice machine that just produces an abundance of ice. We have a commercial coffee pot. We are stocked with all of the plates and cups and glasses and silverware that they need. And our kitchen is fully stocked. It's a commercial grade kitchen, fully stocked with cookware and the kitchen linens. We have 2 huge refrigerators. We have a walk-in cooler. And we also have a big freezer and then on the cooktop. So it's fully stocked.
Wonderful. Now, are you open year-round, and if so, what is the best season to book an event?
We are open year-round, and there really is no best season. Our busiest season is the summer.
Okay.
We book up quite early.
Okay.
Typically, I have people start calling me in October, November, booking for the summer. And we do have several that have winter retreats.
Okay.
And we've had a couple of spring retreats or late fall. So there's, in my opinion, the best time is the summer, but like I say, we've already
busy.
got people booked up for 2019.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
great, though.
it is. It's
Yeah.
great. It's
Yeah.
not good when you have to turn people away.
Yes.
But, we try to encourage people, if you have something in the spring or the winter or late fall, we're definitely open for that.
Okay. Now, what are your rental options, such as weekends or week-long?
We do anywhere from a one night.
Okay.
We typically don't do a day rental just because it's a little bit more difficult. But we can rent anywhere from a night to, we had one group that was actually slated for 3 weeks. So it just depends on availability.
Okay.
But we do rent on a night-to-night basis.
Okay. Now, like you said, the camp is open for retreats, family reunions, things like that. Go ahead and touch on the capacity.
The capacity in the summertime is right at about 180.
Okay.
Comfortably. During the winter months, because some of the cabins are not winterized, they're not insulated, it's a little bit trickier, but we can usually get about 100 in the winter time.
Go ahead and give us a scripture that backs up the ministry of Camp Yogananda.
When I first started thinking about what backs this up, what backs this ministry, I have to go back to Matthew, the 28th chapter. I believe that where he gave us this commission, where the Christ gave us a commission to go ye therefore to all the world and teach. And so I think that was what brought us to this point. It's just one more aspect of reaching out, touching people's lives, ministering in such a way that it does change people's lives. It gives them a foundation. It gives them a place to go to get stability in their lives. And our heartache is to the most of it is that it's only a week or two that we're able to touch these kids, but we feel like that is the main part of our ministry, is just fulfilling that call. It's the only message of Jesus some of them ever get.
Right.
So, but it's amazing how many young people come back year after year, and they bring their friends, and then they bring their friends, because it's a place that fulfills what Christ told us to do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And along that same line, it's not just our group that
Yes.
uses Camp Yogananda. We have other Christian organizations that
Yes.
come in, and we have some groups that have come from the very beginning when we purchased.
Okay.
We've had repeat groups that they come back every year, and they're expanding into like a winter retreat and that type of thing. And
Yep.
so we open that up for other Christian groups to come in, or nonprofit groups to come in, to be able to teach their kids as well.
That's wonderful. Now, how has being a part of this ministry blessed your life?
Just the fulfillment of seeing, like Rick said, seeing these kids and knowing that you're impacting not only the kids, but the teens and the college kids, and even the men and women that come in for the retreats, knowing that you're making an impact by providing a place for them to be able to do this is definitely fulfilling. And being a part of Camp Yogananda, to know that it's going to be there for others to be able to enjoy, is definitely fulfilling.
The ministry's basically, the blessing of it is just being involved. Knowing that we're touching people, touching young people, and that again, I'm involved with men's retreats, and Sherry's involved with ladies' retreats, and it's not just children that lives are affected, but it's the men and their families, and in turn that affects their family. So it is life changing. Camping ministry is. It's something you can't get away from once it gets a hold of you. So I think, I think I have a long time to yet be a part of it. When you see what God does, it is a blessing, and you just have to stand back sometime and just, wow, God is so good.
Now, how does one get in touch with you about reservations or availability?
They can contact us on our website, which is campyogananda.com, www.campyogananda.com. They can email, which is campyogananda@hotmail.com, very easy. Or they can call. I take care of all of the reservations, and the phone number is 206-910-0466.
Well, thank you so much, Rick and Sherry, for talking to us about Camp Yogananda. And may God
It's our
continue
pleasure.
to bless you and your efforts.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Okay.
I'm Heidi Schoaf, reporting for CBY. Skip, back to you.
Thank you, Heidi, Sherry, and Rick, for sharing about Camp Yogananda. Save the date for Friday, October 12th to help support Life Choices Fall Fundraiser. Come celebrate what God has done through Life Choices. It'll be a night for life. The event at West Valley Church starts at 6:30 p.m. with special keynote speaker Abby Johnson, who is a former Planned Parenthood director. Tickets cost $10 per person. Please visit www.friendsoflcy.com or call 509-248-2273 for more information. Next are some activities that are coming up for families to enjoy together. The Capitol Theater presents Finding Neverland. Discover the story of how Peter became Pan in Finding Neverland on November 13th or the 14th. This musical is full of magic, excitement, and imagination, and a must-see for the whole family. Visit capitoltheater.com for ticket information. There is a Harvest Festival, a family event September 28th through 30th at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Browse through a wide variety of handcraft arts, crafts, personal care products, and goodies. This festival is in conjunction with the Great Prosser Balloon Rally, where hot air balloons take to the sky. Choose to watch sunrise launches or night glow launches. Spectators are encouraged to arrive early to watch the pilots prepare takeoff. The launches are weather permitting. Admission is free. Please visit the web for more information. At the Washington State Fair in Puyallup, Lauren Daigle will be in concert with special guest Zach William on Monday, September 17th at 7:30 p.m. Lauren is one of the leading voices in the Christian music industry today. Lauren has numerous accolades, including 2 Grammy nominations, multiple Dove Awards, and Artist of the Year. For ticket information, go to www.thefair.com. The Ellensburg Rodeo is August 31st through September 2nd and is ranked as one of America's top 10 professional rodeos. Today's best riders, ropers, and wrestlers compete in what many consider to be the best rodeo arena in the nation. The rodeo is opening with Patriot Night on Friday, August 31st at 6:45 p.m. This is a great family event. Coming to Columbia Park in Kennewick is Ye Merry Greenwood Renaissance Fair on September 22nd and 23rd from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is a family affair with games and entertainment for children and adults. This event features demonstrating artists in spinning, sewing, and weaving, in addition to the continuous performances of jousting, sword fighters, dancing, jugglers, singers, magicians, and more. For more information about this event, please call 509-783-7727. Danny Gokey, with his Hope Encounter Tour, is hitting our area on Sunday, October 21st at the East Ridge Church in Issaquah. Check out this promo.
Brace yourself. Get ready for an encounter with hope. Danny Gokey, his first ever headline tour. Danny Gokey. A power-packed night of hope and inspiration. With 2-time Male Vocalist of the Year, Danny Gokey. The Hope Encounter Tour, including hit songs from his Grammy-nominated album, Rise. Also featuring Torrin Wells. Plus, new breakout artist Riley Clemens. Experience a life-changing encounter with hope and inspiration. Danny Gokey in concert. The Hope Encounter Tour in partnership with World Vision.
And now that summer is coming to a close, here are some kids clubs and youth groups starting up in the fall that your child can join and grow in Christ. Selah Covenant is offering Awana for ages 5 through high school. Starting in September, clubs meet on Tuesdays from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Beginning September 12th at Memorial Bible Church, Awana clubs are being offered for K through 5th grade. Meetings occur on Wednesdays at 6:15 to 8 p.m. Westside Church offers mid-high youth groups for 6th through 8th grade on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. at the Oasis Youth Center. And Engage for high schoolers grades 9th through 12th on Sundays at 7 at the Oasis Youth Center as well. Learning what's in the Bible can be great fun at this gathering for children age 4 through 6th grade on Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. at Christian Life Center. And for grades 7 through 12th, check out the Motion Life Youth Group, which meets every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Anthem East is a Jesus-centered youth ministry for students in junior high and high school at East Valley Foursquare. They meet Wednesdays from 6:30 to 8 p.m. East Valley Reformed Church offers kids clubs for 1st grade and older on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. in the Fellowship Hall. Family Night Frenzy, where parents or grandparents and children do an activity and Bible study together as a family through Mount Olive Lutheran Church. Days change each month, so please contact the church for more information. Fuel is Trinity Family Fellowship's weekly student ministry for 6th through 12th grade that meets at 6:30 to 8 p.m. every Wednesday at the Youth Center across the street from the church. Come connect and grow in Christ. New Hope Community Church is hosting Wednesday Winners, an after-school program for elementary students. It begins at 3:45 p.m. with snacks, homework help, Bible teaching, fun, and lots more. Chestnut Street Baptist in Ellensburg offers Cornerstone Kids Club for elementary kids every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. And for 6th through 12th grades, the youth can join Ignition, a ministry that gathers on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And that concludes our program. Thank you for joining us, and may God bless America, and may God bless our great president, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
I look up to the mountains. Does my strength come from the mountains? No. My strength comes from God, who made heaven and earth and the mountains.
When confusion's my companion and despair holds me for ransom, I will feel no fear. I know that you are near. When caught deep in the valley with chaos for my company, I find my comfort here, 'cause I know that you are near. My help comes from you. You're right here pulling me through. You carry my weakness, my sickness, my brokenness, all on your shoulders. Your shoulders. My help comes from you. You are my rest, my rescue. I don't have to see to believe that you're lifting me up on your shoulders. Your shoulders. You mend what once was shattered, and you turn my tears to laughter. Your forgiveness is my fortress. Oh, your mercy is relentless. My help comes from you. You're right here pulling me through. You carry my weakness, my sickness, my brokenness, all on your shoulders. Your shoulders. My help comes from you. You are my rest, my rescue. I don't have to see to believe that you're lifting me up on your shoulders. Your shoulders. My help is from you. Don't have to see to believe it. My help is from you. Don't have to see it, 'cause I know it's true. Help is from you. Don't have to see it to believe it. My help is from you. Don't have to see it, 'cause I know it's true. My help comes from you. You're right here pulling me through. You carry my weakness, my sickness, my brokenness, all on your shoulders. Your shoulders. My help comes from you. You are my rest, my rescue. No, I don't have to see to believe that you're lifting me up on your shoulders. Your shoulders. My help is from you. Don't have to see to believe it. My help is from you. Don't have to see it, 'cause I know it's true. Help is from you. Don't have to see it to believe it. My help is from you. Don't have to see it, 'cause I know it's true. Help is from you. Don't have to see it to believe it. My help is from you. Don't have to see it, 'cause I know it's true. Help is from you. Don't have to see it to believe it. My help is from you. Don't have to see it, 'cause I know